No, we didn't get that. What's up, knuckleheads? Welcome to episode 31 of the Beefy Boys Bud Club. I'm Joe, and I'm joined here with Christian and Vito.
Good morning.
It's Mother's Day, so we're going to talk about that. But we have a topic to address first. Apparently, Vito has no idea about the Eminem song "Stan"
featuring Dildo.
Dido. 20 seconds before a fucking word I have
It's
to
not a
curse.
cuss word, man.
I don't think it's
Dildo
YouTube
is
appropriate.
Well, YouTube's fine.
YouTube TOS, man.
This is just
Yeah,
your daily.
exactly.
This is just your daily fuck YouTube, man.
Does that count as our foreskin reference? Because we said dildo. I guess not.
Did we? Well, now we just did
Well,
the word
yeah.
foreskin.
Do you think they make dildos with foreskin that you have to like peel back? Is that
Oh,
like
God.
a thing?
Yeah,
don't know.
it's probably made from goats.
I don't know, but I feel like I feel
You know that they say like one of the
I feel like
the first
fucking Mark
rules-
would be the one that trademarked that.
Yeah.
the fucking foreskin
Dildo.
dildo. One of the first rules of podcasting they say is don't have too many inside jokes. Whatever.
I think it's an inside joke that we have our inside jokes.
It's an inside joke within
like that.
the show.
That's yeah. I was like shitting on our own inside jokes. I was like,
Well, you know, it's just yeah. This is our brand, man.
this is our brand. We don't give
Just three cool dudes hanging out, as the fucking ad says.
That's it.
Yup.
That's a good little slogan. Beefy Boys Bud Club. Just three dudes hanging out.
Three cool dudes.
Three cool dudes hanging out. I don't know if we're cool, but three
Yeah, I don't know
dudes,
about that.
three cool dudes hanging out, shooting the shit.
Yep.
But that part can't be on the slogan. Can't be on a T-shirt.
Well, whatever. Now
Words
we're
on
90
shirt.
seconds and you can curse as much as you fucking want. There's
Buy
the
your dog a
burps.
T-shirt.
There's the burps. I was playing back some of the last episode for Ara that I was editing, and literally every scene I would cut to, which was the like talking about the shithead brigade and talking about what I should do in that week she was off. One of you let out a huge burp right at the beginning of those sections. She's like, "Is this whole show just people burping?" I'm like, I mean, yeah.
Pretty much. And I love how, like if you read the tips on the internet, like
Just the tip.
just the tip, on figuring out like how to get your podcast grounded and started. It's like the two things it says is like, be careful with carbonated drinks and be weary of belching on the air, and then be weary of cussing a lot. And I was like, well, we fucking burp and we cuss all the time. So, oops.
High quality non content.
My sister's podcast.
I just think if you're not having fun doing a podcast, I think you're fucking up.
Yeah. My sister read this article. I don't know where she got this, but like what they told her to do, what she got from this article was like plan out your first few episodes, like literally write a script, but then when you're reading it back, make it sound like you didn't write a script. I'm like, who gave you
stupid.
that advice?
How the fuck do you do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
How the fuck does that even work?
That's funny.
That's
like a
dumb.
fucking
And they want you to do that
Hollywood
for the
actor.
first few? Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Till you
We
get in
had
the
like
flow.
a quarter of a script. And that was just because we were getting started and I had a lot of football
I
information.
listen back to
we
those
needed
first
talk about.
episodes sometimes. We're so cute. Now it's just like whatever.
We were
could-
so cute back then.
Yeah.
We went 10 minutes on a recent episode about bamboo in my yard, man. This
Fucking
people ask
bamboo
me,
and
what is your
rats.
show about? I'm like, I mean, it's really not about anything. It's like-
We've got our core. We've got our core values.
Mm-hmm.
Sports, music, video games. But we just love to bullshit.
Yep.
Because people listen to us when they drive. People listen to us when they work out. And, fuck it. People need shit to pass the time, and that's what we do. And they want to have a laugh with us. So I'm just saying, man. I love all of our fans. I absolutely love them.
Somebody I know said, I was trying to listen to your episode while I was writing code, but I had to stop because I couldn't stop laughing. So
Yeah,
I guess that's a hazard.
I heard somebody was trying to listen to it to fall asleep, but they couldn't stop laughing
Yeah.
of all the bullshit we talk about.
Go to
So they said
NPR
they had
for
to
your
turn it off because they couldn't.
podcast to put you to sleep.
Yeah.
I think the real advice, if we're going to give out podcast starting advice, invest in good equipment from the start.
Yeah.
Because,
Don't start with shitty mics.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to be discouraged, and then you're not going to want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I think if we started off with shitty mics, we would have just been like, well, let's just not fork out for the mixer or for anything like that, or, let's just not fork out for anything. So I would say that
yeah.
the one tip I do have to say, I'm with you there. Get nice mics, get a good stand, get a decent
The
mixer.
stand is really important. It's so much
Yeah.
nicer.
The stand is fucking important. None of that
God, you
clip-on
remember
bullshit.
that fucking clip-on bullshit?
I remember that clip-on bullshit. I threw it in the garbage.
You had one of those clip-on mics?
You don't
Yep.
remember?
No.
No, not a clip-on mic.
Clipped onto the edge of the
stand.
fucking chair.
Yeah.
Had to throw
I'm
it in
sorry.
the trash.
I thought you were talking about the ones that you clip to your shirt with like the pack in the back, because those would be perfect, actually.
Yeah.
No, those would be, but those are
I feel like those are really
those are
expensive,
like-
though.
those are expensive.
Yeah, production level.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
And that's
They
like
use
if
them
we
in
were that's
Hollywood.
like if we were to record at our favorite local
Video?
spots like Seattle
that's
Sunshine
episode
Coffee.
100.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, when we have.
Do we want to talk about the
10,000
milestone
downloads.
we're fast approaching? We
Dirty
are
30?
probably 3 weeks away. Well, by the time this comes out, it might have already happened.
Oh wait,
from our-
Dirty 30 is
Dirty 30 was
already
last week.
Here and past,
Yeah.
yep.
I'm talking about our 1,000th download.
Wow. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We're probably 1 to 2 weeks away. It might have happened by the time this episode comes out. We'll definitely make us think about it.
It's gonna be fun. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
right.
fun, and we're creeping up on our 100 likes on Facebook.
Wow.
I know we're getting there, and if you know frequent listeners, we do ask one huge favor. Is
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I mean
Yeah.
that's for YouTube, but we're not
Rate and
getting
review.
anything on YouTube because nobody.
No, but like all
YouTube
that, all
doesn't
that
like
shit
us.
translates to everything else.
But
Our YouTube channel is just our audio podcast at this
yeah,
point.
but no, you know, YouTube doesn't like us that very much because we cuss a lot.
I mean, YouTube sucks.
It shows up in my recommendations because I was manually uploading it for a while. So I would watch it from my other account to make sure it worked. So now
Nice.
it's, the Beefy Boys show up every time they put up a new episode.
Hey, you're probably like the
Only
one
viewer.
I might be
viewer.
one of like the 3 subscribers we have. I think my sisters are the other 2.
But we do ask for rates. Give us a rate. Give us a review. That shit is huge.
Share us on Spotify, Facebook.
Yep, everything. Share, comment.
Like, share, subscribe.
We don't want to ask for
Like,
money.
share, subscribe.
We don't need money. We don't want to ask for it.
Well, don't say that.
Don't say that
We're
yet.
going to do that eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll cut that part out.
Leave it.
We're definitely going to cut that part. No, we're not.
Okay, I take that back. We don't need money yet.
There you go.
There you
No,
go.
we need money. We're just not proud enough to ask for it yet.
Yes, we're not ready for
We're
it
not
yet.
proud enough of our content, or too
Oh,
proud
shit.
as human beings to ask for it. That's fine. You
I
did.
just vetoed it.
You
Well,
totally did.
I think we're. I think we just want to have more of a fan base before we even think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we've got a great fan base.
Yeah,
I love
just
our
bigger is what I
regulars.
meant.
I love our regulars. They're
but
fucking awesome.
our stands, if you will.
Our stands.
That is, yeah.
Tony Stanzas.
Our M&Ms
Tony
and
Stanza.
dildos and tea's gone cold and
Well, what? What are you referencing?
this is the fucking song, dude.
Oh,
My tea's gone cold. I wonder why. I can't sing too much or else we get trademarked.
what? Why would you go straight to the Dido part? Like,
Because I literally just said Dido's name like 20 fucking
suppose.
times.
this is
Plus,
our music
it's
section.
the hook. It's the hook.
That's true. It is the hook.
Eminem fucking sucks now, dude. Oh my god, his music's terrible. I heard the
actually
Marshall
liked
Mathers.
I liked the Rap God one.
I heard the Marshall Mathers LP too,
Haven't
and it was a
listened to it.
fucking heap of shit.
I haven't listened to Eminem since the Marshall Mathers and then Eminem show. Was that the
Yeah,
one after?
Eminem show was really good. That was
That
like
was
his
the last one I
last
listened
like
to.
that was his last good album, I would say. Then he came out with a few albums that had some good songs on it afterwards. Anything after Encore was a heaping pile of shit. And
When was the 8 Mile soundtrack? Was that before or after?
oh, that was fuck. That was like I think that was right before Eminem show. I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was around that same time.
Okay.
But the 8 Mile soundtrack barely had Eminem on it.
I had Lose Yourself.
Well, no shit. But I mean, the Eminem soundtrack was all about like it had like Obi Trice and D12, a lot of D12,
Yeah.
Exhibit, and all that. It was a pretty cool album. It was just like a regular old movie soundtrack. But yeah, Lose Yourself, always a classic. But anything after Encore, Eminem hasn't put out good music in probably 15
If ever.
15 years. I used to love his music, man, and I grew
So
up
did
on
I
all
when
that.
I was
Yep.
12.
I used to grow, I grew up on that wild ass horrorcore shit he was putting out.
Bark, bark, bark.
Daily dog interference,
The
folks.
dogs love to bark.
They love to bark.
Bark, bark.
But
Hashtag buy your dog a t-shirt.
it's funny because my cousin would get the same CD, but he would get it like the clean version. You know, back when they used to release the clean versions of CDs. Well, they still do,
edit
but
or whatever.
but like the fucking edited version of a CD.
Can you still buy those? I mean, I know that they have the marked explicit, but I
They've
guess
got
you
it.
can.
They've got to still
There's got to
have
be
something
somewhere in
clean.
iTunes you
Yeah.
can do that. That's so weird. That's so weird.
So dumb. Just don't
No, I
listen to
remember.
fucking
I remember
music.
when I was like 13, 14, like 8th grade, mowing my dad's lawn with my Discman, bumping Marshall Mathers LP up there. Yeah, this is.
That
my
is one of the
jam.
best rap albums of all time.
Wow, that's bold.
It's one of the
words.
best rap albums of all time.
Damn,
There's not one song on that album that I don't love.
one of the best.
One of the best rap
Says
albums
the
ever.
Musical guy.
I'd have to say, man, there's a lot of great rap albums, and that one, oh man, that one is so good. And then there's Outkast has one that's one of the best. It's Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. It's another one of my favorites. But when it comes down to it, I just kind of wish Eminem stopped making music after he like overdosed or whatever, and like almost died. I just kind of wish his career died with that. So I was like, oh, you know what? Eminem's gonna die, and so is his music. I'm like, that sucks, but he's going out like a champ.
You know,
But then he comes back and releases like 12 shitty albums.
of course, you know what's one of the greatest rap albums of all time?
What?
The Heist. By
Oh, you're full
Macklemore.
of fucking shit.
I just wanted to see your face.
You're full of nonsense. You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, man, I love local talent. I don't.
You know,
like-
I have a
don't
personal
like his-
connection to that
I don't like
album,
his
right?
music.
So, you remember the Same Love video? The song
Yeah,
about gay marriage?
yeah.
In that video,
That's the song that used to be my brother. That's my brother's anthem. Just
really?
because I pick on him.
In that video,
So that's what I say. I go, Jackie, this is your song.
in that video, the little kid is wearing a Boy Scout uniform in one of the early shots. Ara sold Macklemore that Boy Scout uniform on eBay,
Jesus.
100%.
Wow.
So,
Joe's
yeah.
got his mitts all over that.
I'm all up in that.
Where are your
business.
fucking royalties, man?
My royalties? But so Ara's royalties from the video for the song from like the 2-second shot.
One of my high school teachers was in that music video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they filmed all those around here, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Before he got too famous for it.
Yeah.
Like when he tried to film the White Walls video at Dick's, and it was a disaster. It was 20,000 people here.
God.
So he went to fucking Spokane or whatever to film downtown. Was it Spokane? I think it was Spokane.
Yeah, Spokane. He had to film that shit though, and that song's fucking horrendous. Holy God, that's a terrible song.
Yeah. It's bad.
I don't understand what it is about his music, but it all sounds the same, and it's not good. His earlier music is pretty good. My Language is a great album.
Is he one of those guys who's like? "Da-da-da-da-da-da"?
No, he's not. He's not a trap rapper,
No.
and he's not one of those guys.
He goes back and forth between like bumping club hits, and he has a lot of like joke songs where he pretends to be David Bowie. He loves to do that. And then it's also like liberal hipster shit that Christian hates.
Pretty much, dude. I don't like social justice warrior culture, and that's all he does is feeds it into his fucking music, and it drives me nuts. I don't need that shit. I don't need politics in my entertainment. That's why we don't talk politics on this show, because one, I don't give a fuck about it. Two, I don't know much. I'm not good with it, like I'm not my brother. My brother's really smart with it, but and then three, people don't need to hear that shit. They can listen to NPR for that garbage.
Yeah.
But I don't like that whole
Every day.
let's get offended every time somebody says a word type deal. I think that's some dumb shit. But if there's one thing I got to say, I don't like his music, mainly just because I don't like the club hits that he makes. I think those club hits are trash. And then I just think his deep music has just got nothing to be deep about. A fucking pair of shoes? Who gives a fuck?
That was a song about consumerism, not about.
I've
it
got
wasn't
a pair
about
of
the
Jordans.
shoes.
I love my Jordans.
It wasn't about
I
the
touched rim.
shoes. Eh,
I've been eating rim
Jesus
since '94,
Christ.
dude.
Oh my, yeah. 90.
When I was
when you were
born.
Jesus Christ.
Since the day I was born, the Sullivan brothers
I've been
pioneered
licking
it.
buttholes since the day I was born. Christian Sullivan.
Yep, pioneered it. My brother and I are the pioneers.
Like on each other?
no, God. You're gross.
You're the one who's talking about licking buttholes. What are you talking about?
Well, because we pioneered it, man.
Oh my god.
Well, it was like fucking 1812. And we were like thinking about it.
Did you know that Christian's a vampire?
you
Immortal.
know?
The Highlander.
You
I'm also part retarded too.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Borderline.
Shout out to Beer of the Week, which the boys are too hungover to drink, so just I'm drinking
I
it.
can't have any of
Voodoo
that.
Ranger Imperial IPA from New Belgium. Old standby, delicious, but it'll get you fucked up fast. So I'm only drinking one today. I'll take these home.
There you go. Take them home, put them in your fridge, look at them for a week. Bring them back next week.
Oh wait, I'll get something different next week. This will be gone by then.
We got to get something that's like, we got to get another sour up in here.
Well, you guys can start bringing them your fucking selves.
That's true. I will give them that. If I do supply beer, it's the beer that I supply. Miller Lite, Coors Light. There's some in there.
Coors Light. The
Coors
mountains
Light.
aren't blue, though.
The mountains are not blue, so I can't be anywhere near those. That cooler's...
Coors Light, Miller Lite, and Diet Coke. That's all that's in that fucking cooler.
I think club soda's in there,
Yeah,
too.
there's one club soda.
Yep, fucking love club soda. But, so, let's get back into this music topic.
Do we have to? Do you have something new to talk about? Or are you going to go back into the same topic we just talked about?
I wasn't going to go back to talking about Macklemore, if that's what you're calling. I was going to talk about... Oh, my God.
It's losing focus.
I think
He's
perfect album-
losing himself.
a perfect...
In the music.
A perfect album for me is from rapper Aesop Rock.
Okay.
Aesop Rock? Aesop
Yeah,
Rock?
I'd
I
say
think
South
so.
Park.
Not ASAP Rocky. Aesop Rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who's got like the boldest fucking best brains, biggest vocabulary in all of hip hop.
That's music nerd hip hop for sure.
It's like official. And his album, The Impossible Kid, is a perfect album. There's not one bad song on there. And it's honestly something that it came out in like 2016. I've been listening to it ever since. Every song on there. It's on every playlist I make just because it's just a blast. If you guys like his music, you got to check that out because it's really worth it.
Shout out.
And I almost went to go see him live, but he was playing at some small venue. I think it was El Corazon,
That place is awesome.
and they're closing it, dude.
What?
Yeah,
You telling me the shitty,
they're gonna demolish
like,
that shit.
way too hot punk club that's literally under
Yep.
the freeway is getting shut down?
Yep.
It's impossible to get to because you have to
Yep.
because it's literally under the freeway.
Yep, they're closing it down over there by REI. They're shutting it down, and I think they're gonna build a new venue though. I think they're gonna build a new venue.
Will
I
it
don't know
have
where.
better
but
ventilation?
in that area, they're gonna knock that building down. First of all, that building is it's like the biggest fire hazard sweat box I've ever been in my life. But I love that place.
I mean, that's also where we work, too.
Yes, but there's more than one exit there, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
the max occupancy
It's two beefy boys.
is two beefy boys.
I don't think anyone's ever sweated through their cargo shorts, so they were dripping wet.
I sweated through my coat yesterday.
Ooh, damn.
That's brutal.
That's bad.
Yeah.
When did they let you put the t-shirt? Well, obviously not early May,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I sweated through my chef's coat yesterday.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
This week's podcast is brought to you by the Beefy Boys. Just three cool dudes hanging out, talking about sports, video games, music, and whatever else they feel like. Find them at their website, www.beefyboys.com. Also, where you find your other podcasts, iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, all the regulars. The Beefy Boys, the best show on planet Earth.
Hi, I'm Renee,
And I'm Jess.
and we're the Deerfoot Sisters. Sorry to interrupt, but we have some breaking news.
We wanted to let you know that right now you're actually only listening to the second best podcast on planet Earth.
That's right. If you want to check out the world's best podcast, search Deerfeed on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, all the regulars.
Dear Feed's a podcast featuring two sisters talking about life and all the kooky things it brings, like rhymes.
So when you're done listening to this episode, be sure to check out Deer Feet. Or you can just do it right now. Thanks!
That's crazy. All right. So it's Mother's Day, y'all.
Yeah,
It is.
I
So,
talked to
Joe, what
my-
makes your mama great?
Well, at first I was gonna make fun of her. What makes my mama great? She's very supportive. You know, I live on the other side of the country, but she helps me out.
Hashtag same.
Hashtag same. Well, you're in California, right?
Yeah.
And
Big Bear?
Christian's mom is
Big
literally 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it away. I love you, Mom.
Oh, the Mother's Day.
It's
shout
you
out.
know, it's National Mimosa Day, dude. If you can actually get out and go
See,
to
we
brunch
thought about going to
somewhere.
brunch, but it's like such a stereotype, and like there's
Good luck, dude.
There's like
Good luck
3
going anywhere.
brunch restaurants I like, and it's hard enough to get a spot at them during.
We were thinking
a
about going
normal
to
weekend.
Patricia's Egg Nest.
Patty's Egg Nest.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I went up
And
there.
I love that
Good
place.
fucking luck, dude. You're not getting a seat there.
Yeah.
That place is like no venue parking, like sold out show, dude. That
Well,
place is a
They
God.
they roll through it though. I was up there. That's the one up in by like the Northgate Mall. Well, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
Yeah.
like that
over
one.
here. Yeah, because
That one's good.
when I had to get new tires, or no, when I got a flat and had to get the flat replaced, they're like, "How long will it be?" Because it was like super busy. Apparently, everyone had flat tires because a bunch of busted chains and shit on the street after all the snow melted. But like, how long will it be? Like 45 minutes. So I went over there, I got an omelet, paid, and as I'm walking out, they're like texting me, "Your car's done." I'm like, "Well, that worked out perfect."
there you go.
That worked out perfect.
Patricia's Egg Nest on Northgate Way. Go to
Shout
it.
out.
Yeah.
This
Good one.
episode brought to you by Patty's Egg
This
Nest.
episode is brought to you by Patty's Egg Nest.
Should insert the ad break right here. 21 minutes. Future Joe, remember that.
It's only been 21 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I feel like we've been talking for like fucking 45 minutes.
Well, I
That's 'cause
mean,
we're
I guess it's
hungover.
just the fucking hangover
you
speaking.
too.
You guys ever watch the movie Dread? The redo
No.
of Dread?
No, I haven't.
So they have this drug called slow-mo in it.
Yeah.
You take it through an inhaler and it like slows everything down and everything gets colorful. I feel like I'm on slow-mo, but there's nothing colorful and I feel like shit.
Yeah.
It's just everything just feels like slow
so
motion.
hangover.
So a hangover. Exactly. Oh, you boys.
You boys and
I'm
our
excited.
conundrums.
I haven't heard that episode yet.
Don't want to gloss over Mother's Day though. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to gloss over it.
Yeah.
So Vito, what makes your mom great?
My mom is an amazing artist, free thinker. You know, she always let me do like whatever I want as long as I let her know what was going on, and she was the cool mom that all the kids know, and a lot of my friends that are in Big Bear are still friends with her, and like hang out with her.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
It's a good community, man.
Yeah.
So are your folks hippies?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't
I
catch
had a
that
feeling.
from like
No.
what
I
is
didn't I
free
didn't know
spirit
that.
or whatever buzzword he used.
But-
like, oh, hippie.
Said free thinking.
There we go.
I didn't know.
Open-minded.
I didn't know that you had hippie parents. Interesting.
Yeah, my mom's
Didn't you hear the story
a
of-
hippie artist from, I mean, not from, but sort of, at least during my upbringing from Venice Beach.
What? Why did they name you Vito again? It was like their
My
karate master's name.
so
or something?
so what happened is my dad had this thing where he wanted to name all his kids David because that's his name.
like George Foreman, like all his kids.
Yeah,
Is that
like
your
my
brother?
brother's name is David.
That would be
my older
pretty
brother,
funny.
and my mom wasn't gonna have any of that shit, and so she came up with the idea to name me Vito after their martial arts teacher Vittel Wiggins. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout
To
out.
my godfather. And yeah, his nickname is Vito. So
Oh, okay.
that's where my name came from.
When I first saw your name on the schedule at work, before I even knew who you were,
Yeah,
your name was on the schedule, and I just saw Vito.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, we're getting some
like, hey,
big greasy Italian coming in here, slick back hair. Hey,
Hey, I mean,
Hey!
kind of.
And then you came in, and I was like,
Right.
"Well, that wasn't what I was expecting." But all right. It's funny because Joe, you missed it yesterday when Vito
You know what's
announced his hatred for me yesterday.
Oh,
You guys both hated me at work.
I didn't
That's
hate
because
you.
I was a shithead.
I didn't hate you. I just didn't care to work with you.
I didn't hate you. I just didn't want to like be around you at work or like ever.
No, because like I liked you as like most people there. I liked you as a person, but I didn't want to work like with you or like on the other side of you, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because like
because I don't give a fuck about
exactly,
my job.
and like even on my non-givey the fuckiest of not giving a fuck, I still like performed.
Gave too many
pretty
fucks.
exactly.
You still gave too many fucks.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, man. Because that shit's not my passion. This is my passion.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
The podcast. though.
Entertaining. Talking shit, having fun, drinking, fresh pots,
Fresh
Fresh
pots.
pots. I'm
And
gonna
then,
go get
you
another
know,
cup.
boozing and cruising.
Yeah. We're drinking a Metropolitan brand. However,
Nope.
this
Let me go get a pot before you get too deep in this.
this
Keep going.
this morning,
Oh, yeah.
the Beefy
Great
Boys,
morning.
The Beefy Boys.
Great fucking morning.
We went to Seattle Sunshine Coffee.
Where are they located, Vito?
That's 35th Avenue, right?
Yes.
That street.
Yeah.
Yeah, 35th Avenue and 55th.
35th Avenue and Cemetery. There's a big fucking cemetery right there
Yep.
in the university area. It's over there by University Village. U Village.
Yeah, pretty close to that.
Metropolitan
best
Market.
fucking coffee.
Mioposto. It was a great cup of coffee.
It's the best. It's my favorite place to go to. It's a cozy little place. It's got art,
It's
art on
cozy,
the
man.
walls.
It's cozy. It's modern too.
It's
which
modern.
is weird for like a modern thing because normally I don't think modern things are cozy at all.
Yeah.
But that place was nice, dude. It was comfortable. Good fucking cup of coffee. Oh my
yeah.
god.
It really hits the spot.
You see, I don't have like a personal coffee shop that I go to, just because.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, because I just never have.
Again, shout out to Seattle Sunshine Coffee on
Yeah, big
35th
shout
and
out.
55th.
They were great. They treated us today, and they're freaking awesome. You guys got to go check them out. They make one hell of a good cup of coffee, and
Gotta make
just
that
like you
post.
said,
Bye. What's
it's
the owner's name?
comfortable.
Sen?
Yep.
Ask for Sen. Tell her the Beefy Boys sent you.
Yep. Tell them the Beefy Boys sent you. We'll have more business cards up and running
I was
there.
going to say, we have some advertising on the wall there.
Yeah.
People thought we were a new burger joint, so maybe the future down the line we will have a burger joint. We'll be like athletes out of
Yeah.
their prime who buy restaurants and shit in like Florida. There'll be
Those
like
always
there'll be
fail.
like one Beefy Boys restaurant in like fucking Tijuana, Mexico.
That's like the
Beefy
athletes
Boys
who
Club.
don't listen to any of the...
we could buy out an old Dick's restaurant.
Did you guys see the Pagliacci's on the app closed and they replaced it with a new by the slice pizza place that has, so they didn't even like change the sign or the coloring.
Yeah.
You guys know
Well,
what?
that's kinda genius.
You guys know what? I got to admit to here. And these Seattle people are gonna be mad.
Oh boy,
They're gonna be mad.
What, you don't like Dick's?
I don't like it.
I don't like Dick's either.
I think the
It's so
I think
overrated.
the food sucks, dude.
bad.
You know what place is? But the problem
it's
is,
basically it's a good snack bag.
it's
The
good.
thing is,
It's good if you haven't had In-N-Out burgers before,
I mean, yeah, In-N-Out
because In-N-Out burgers
crushes them.
destroys them, and people from here
Yep.
swear by dicks, and
But the thing is-
they say In-N-Out's not even that good.
I don't
That's
understand.
You're full of shit.
I don't understand like cheeseburgers as like comfort food. I've never been that into cheeseburgers. If I want a cheeseburger, I want like a gourmet one. So if I'm going to a chain, I'm going to Red Mill or Kid Valley. I'm not going to
Fucking
Dick's.
Red
Yeah.
Robin, dude.
Red
That's
Robin's,
the joint.
yeah, that's
That's
too
the new
corporate
joint,
for me.
dude.
It's too expensive, and I don't want to sit down at a burger place.
It's
That's
not
weird.
that expensive
It's
anymore.
a sit-down burger restaurant, though. That's weird.
I like Just Burgers.
I haven't been there.
It's good.
I like fucking steak fries.
I
man.
mean, 8-ounce Burger Co. in Ballard is
Like
ballin'.
fucking
If
onion
you
rings
really want to get
inside
Little
burgers.
Woody's.
Little Woody's, yeah, Fig and
Hey.
That
Pig.
place is freaking
Their
good.
prosciutto and fig burger. I know how ridiculously.
I went
pretentious that
somewhere.
sounds. It's
Actually,
so
I went
good.
somewhere, and I had a really, really strange burger, and I can't remember where it was, but it was really freaking good. I'm really trying to remember it because I feel like it deserves a little bit of credit. But it was a peanut butter and jelly
Oh,
hamburger.
that sounds
Whoa.
like Eureka in the U Village or one of those places.
I'm gonna try to remember the
Lunchbox
name of it.
Laboratory or something.
I'm gonna try to remember the
Yeah,
name. I mean, it was like that, but not really.
Speaking
and I
of
know that in
Lunchbox
Ellensburg,
Laboratory, though, that's the one where I had the grilled cheese sandwich for buns.
I mean, that place is like very experimental. It's
That place
in the
is-
goddamn name.
So fucking expensive.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I don't
it
even
is.
fuck with that.
But like, yeah, but like if I'm in the mood for like shitty fast food, it's Taco Bell or nothing every time. You know, Taco Bell or nothing. Taco Bell or nothing. I'll go to the Crack in the Box, I guess, if I really,
same.
really need a burger.
Jack in the
the-
Box tacos, man. Slept on. Some of the best
no,
tacos in
they're
the state.
terrible. For those of you who aren't from the West Coast, let me explain a Jack in the Box taco. First of all, they're 2 for $1.
The fucking shitty crunchy.
It's got a crunchy shell.
bun.
It has meat
not
substitute, which I'm sure is like 80% grain. And then the cheese is literally a slice of American cheese that they've just shoved in there. They don't even tear it in half. It's just the whole slice.
No, it's not.
absurd.
That shit's shredded, dude.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
And it's shredded lettuce.
Shredded
Maybe they've
lettuce.
changed it since I went there, but it
You've
definitely
definitely
used to
Definitely
had-
not been there recently.
be a
Yeah.
literal slice of American cheese in there.
See, that's funny.
That
But
is funny.
I do say, man, I've been pretty fucked up, and I've gotten well on my way with some Jack in the Box tacos. Speaking of Jack in the Box tacos, there's a funny story about that. Another Home Depot tale.
Oh boy.
I know. So, we had those day laborers, right? So there's this guy, we called him Felipe, just because he looked like a Felipe. We didn't even know his name. But he was like this dude who just walked around the parking lot, and he'd speak, and you couldn't understand a single word he'd say, but he'd come and talk to us in the morning. And he'd come and but he just, the way he talked, "Hey, amigo! Amigo, un cafecito! Amigo! That's literally what he did.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I don't know if this guy is like fucking dumb, or I don't know if he's like trying to speak, or I just don't know what the hell is going on here. One day he shows up. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Me and my buddy Connor are working. Connor's hungover, and he was like, "Fuck, man, I'm so hungover. I need a boost. I need something." Fucking Felipe is walking around the parking lot, rambling and ranting and yelling and his hooting and hollering, He walks up to fucking Connor and I and starts rambling to us. And then all of a sudden he pulls out a Jack in the Box taco from his jean pockets. And then he tries to give it to me. And I'm like, I don't want that. And Connor was like, dude, I'll take it. Took
Jesus
took the
Christ.
pocket taco and ate it.
The pocket taco.
Took the pocket taco from Felipe and ate that shit up.
That's awful.
And it saved his day. Because he was debating on going home. But that fucking taco kept him there, which saved my ass. Thank Christ. Connor, love you, bud. Big shout out. Frequent listener. And, Joe, you're wrong, bud.
About
Those
what?
tacos are the shit.
No, they're not. They're awful.
They're good.
I love that Jack in the Box has
God, where do they
embraced
have
the
that
fact
burger, dude?
that people only go there at like 2 a.m. when they're hungover as shit. Like, oh yeah, come for our late night box that's only available after 10 p.m. Like, and it's like tater tots smothered in bacon cheese. Like, okay.
Yup.
Oh man, let's go back. I want to go back to coffee shops though. 'Cause
Yeah, coffee shops.
Best cup of coffee I ever had in Seattle was at a place called Slate in Ballard. It's
Slate.
delicious. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
I feel like I've heard the name.
Yeah, because it's famous and awesome.
I don't know, man. The one thing I have against most of the coffee shops here is they just have, like, no room. Like, there's no fucking maneuver room. But when we went into this place, I'd never been in there.
There was some
So
good
I had
space
no
in
idea
there,
what
yeah.
to expect. But
It was a
it's like,
spacious
it's
spot.
huge, it's spacious, it's
Yeah.
got an upstairs.
Yeah.
Tables are nicely separated, so it's not like we're having our cup of coffee with somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like when I go there's a place up there, up the hill, I won't say its name, but the tables are literally like conjoined twins. There's just a long bar of tables. I'm like,
It
I don't
rhymes
like
with
this.
car ducks. Just kidding.
And I'm sitting there trying to drink my cup of coffee, and there's some other dude sitting there with a big ass newspaper, and he's flipping that shit all over the place, and I'm sitting like a foot away from him. And I'm naturally sweaty because I'm a fat dude. So I'm sweating away, and then I start getting uncomfortable, then I start getting nervous, and then I have to leave. I can't read the sports section in any coffee shop because I'm not comfortable.
You just gotta
But
get used.
now,
I think
at
you're just-
Seattle Sunshine, I think I finally found my my niche.
I don't know. Vito says it gets pretty fucking crowded in there.
Well, sure, it gets crowded, but there's space. You know,
That's true.
Yeah, no, I wasn't
There's
talking
places
about
to
it
go.
getting like crowded, like stuffy. It's just it does get busy.
I think you just need to move out of the city, man. You just,
I do.
Like, I ride the train every day. I'm used to crowded
no,
things.
that's gross. I don't do that.
bumping up against all the fucking
all the
commuters.
junkies and
Well, there's no junkies. None of the junkies are riding the train at 8 in the morning. It's all commuters, and it's literally the same 10 people I see every day. I'm like, oh, yep, there's that woman with the buzz cut, and there's that Asian girl with glasses. The same 5 people get on the same bus with me every day. So
Yep.
it's weird. I took the train yesterday. I'm like, this is weird because there's no one on it, and it's not like my regular morning crew, Because Seattle is secretly a small town disguised as a big city.
Yup.
I also need to give a shout out to Sure Shot, which is gone. They closed down, but they were on the Ave.
Speaking of sorry to interrupt, but speaking of the Seattle being a small town disguised as a big city,
Yeah.
my fiance finally went to LA with me. Mm-hmm. She was flabbergasted at the size of LA.
I mean, it's sprawling. Like,
It's
literally, the
huge.
word urban sprawl was made to describe Los Angeles.
Exactly.
because You can't even walk anywhere. Everything is so far apart.
it's so
Like,
wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she didn't believe me until then that when I first came here, I was like, is this even a city?
Fucking a million
thing-
people.
The craziest thing for LA for me was when we were driving through it last summer. We drove past Staples.
Wait, Seattle got up to 1 million now?
In the Seattle metropolitan area, if you count the east side.
That's a lot.
There's
It's like
800
isn't it like 7 million in LA?
LA is the second largest city in the United States.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up though, so that's
Yeah.
all I knew.
God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, but it's like super fucking wide. So like
It's huge, yeah.
it feels less crowded.
Is that
but
why
it
they
feels
need
like
two
a bigger
football
city.
teams that have no fans?
Again, second largest city in the U.S., man.
Let's move the Raiders there too. Fuck it. L.A. Rams,
that was
LA
like you
planned
Chargers,
for
LA
a while.
Raiders.
Now
Like
they're going to
you have to
Vegas.
take the freeway to get from one side of LA
heard
to the
that.
other.
God, I just popped my fucking elbow out. Oh,
I think the only reason why the I-5 exists to get like going from Seattle to downtown Seattle is just because there's no other good way to do it geographically.
the
Well,
thing
you have to cross the ship canal somehow.
Exactly.
So you got the 99 Bridge, Mountain Lake Bridge, or the I-5
But like
bridge.
with LA, it's purely because of the distance.
Yeah, it's too far away. Yeah.
But the one thing I really hate about living in the city is how things that are 5-minute drives take 30 minutes. 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, no matter what. If I want to go up the hill to 7-Eleven, it's a 30-minute trip.
You need to do it at 6 in the morning, bud.
Okay, well, I'm not waking up at 6 in the morning when I'm drinking on the weekend.
I'm telling you, man. 6 a.m. when I drive hour to work, it's glorious. There's no one on the streets.
Well, yeah, because I get up at 4 o'clock every day for work during the week, and there's no traffic.
Exactly.
But I'm talking about like, let's just say I get home from work, it's 1:30, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna go up the hill to 7-Eleven and get an iced coffee
Why would you not just get that at work?
because 7-Eleven's iced coffee is like some of the best in the city.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, if there's a coffee shop that I'm loyal
Oh my
to,
God.
My
So
inside just
fucking-
died.
Talking about 7-Eleven though, I had a vacation up in Canada. What's the place that's right there?
Vancouver.
Yeah, we went there and we went to this hotel, and every place nearby to eat fucking sucked. And you know what was really fucking weird?
7-Eleven
had the best food
Oh
that
my
was
god, those
there.
are the worst American. Christian says that's going to be
We
the
could
headline.
not find a restaurant that had good food until like the last day we found a good
If
breakfast
we
place.
were celebrities, the headline that's pulled out of this episode is Christian Sullivan says 7-Eleven has the best coffee in Seattle. Jesus
in the
fucking Christ.
yep in the state.
Jesus Christ.
In the state of Washington, 7-Eleven's
You're
got
ridiculous.
the 7-Eleven
ridiculous.
exclusive blend.
I want
is
to
the
talk.
best
I
coffee on it.
gotta talk shit about Dunkin' Donuts for a second because when I was home for my
Fuck
sister's
Dunkin'
wedding
Donuts.
and stuff, I went to a Dunkin' Donuts and I asked for a 16-ounce cold brew. A standard order, literally in any coffee shop in Seattle.
Yeah.
And the woman working the counter looked at me like I had ordered it in fucking Spanish or in Dothraki. Like, what? You mean like a medium iced coffee? And I'm like, No, I don't mean either of those things. I want 16 ounces of cold brew. I see it on your menu right there. So she's like, okay, I think this cup is 16 ounces. And she pulls out this like 32-ounce cup and fills it to the brim with
Iced coffee.
and then puts the cold brew in there. And I'm like, okay, this is probably too much, but I'm not going to argue with you. Also, you don't need nearly this much ice because the thing about iced coffee is it's hot when they put it in that cup. That's why it has so much fucking ice in it. But cold brew is already cold. So, like, you could put, like, a human amount of ice in this cup. And my sister was like, you're so pretentious. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, why are you ordering 16 ounces? Why don't you just say medium like everybody else? And I'm like, because
we work in
that
the
doesn't
business.
mean anything. And I know I want 16 ounces. Like, what are you talking about?
Like somebody behind the counter, it has to know what 16 ounces
I know.
is.
But then, like, as I was waiting for my order, literally everyone who came in ordered a small, medium, or large. Like, and it was coffee or iced coffee. Like, the fact I ordered a cold brew for one and that it was a number was I was probably the only person to do that in months. Which is, the East Coast is a weird place,
You
man.
know what I wish we had here? It's Tim Hortons. I wish we had a
What?
Tim
Why?
Hortons here. I love Tim
You want
Hortons.
mediocre donuts?
No, I want their coffee.
Oh
Coffee's fucking good. When we were up there for the bachelor party in Vancouver,
Vito's fucking face.
look, I'm not a coffee snob, man. If it's coffee and it's
If anything,
caffeinated,
you're
I'm
like
drinking the
a
shit.
coffee hipster. You're like so anti-coffee.
I'm not.
You're so
not.
anti-Seattle coffee.
I am not a coffee hipster, man. Not at all. I'm a coffee connoisseur. 7-Eleven blend, Tim Hortons, and fucking
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna have to end this shenanigans with Seattle Sunshine Coffee. Go there.
It's great. They were great, and I
it's
did buy a pound of their coffee because
really,
it was
really
well
good
deserved.
coffee.
For a Mother's Day gift, huh?
It was a Mother's Day gift because
coffee was good.
when I tried it and I knew I loved it, I knew my mom.
We
would
got
love
some
that
pretty
shit.
good photos for the gram.
We did, yeah. We got some good
There we
photos
go,
there.
there we go.
They took care of us there. They take care of their people. It's a great place. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's bright. You know, buy your dog a T-shirt. Go to Seattle Sunshine.
So Joe, you said you were playing this game.
Yes, Joe's obscure game of the week, as I call it in the comments of every episode. Steam World Quest. Anyone? Part of the Steam World franchise?
I've never heard of that.
Have you heard of the Steam World franchise, the Steam World universe? Started with Steam World Dig, then came Steam World Heist, Steam World Dig 2, and now we have Steam World Quest. This is an card battling RPG.
Oh my god.
You play as these robots. This one has like a fantasy setting, but they're like cute and like funny, you know. Like one of the robots narrates everything, like he's telling an epic tale about himself, and one of the other robots keeps asking if he can go back home because he just wants to hang out in his mom's basement. But they're supposed to be on this like quest to save the world.
How do you find these games?
I listen to video game podcasts, man, and then I just peruse the sales. I'm always on like the PlayStation Store and the Switch eShop looking at the sales all the time when I see something cheap. Plus, I'm celebrating because I got that promotion. I don't know if I'm going to say that on the air. I might cut that part, but whatever.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I don't know how you find those games.
It's
I don't know how
pretty
you
awesome.
play them.
I
I
almost
couldn't see it and be like, I think I'm gonna try that.
I
I gotta
almost-
like know a little bit about
well,
it.
I hear about them on the podcast and people talk about them.
Like it's got to be. But then again, we're all different gamers, right? We're totally
That's-
different
oh, yeah.
gamers. I'm like
I feel like Joe and I are fairly close.
I'm
but
like
he's
an
just
impatient-
deeper into games than
I'm like
I am.
an
I'm so
impatient-
deep.
impatient gun game dude. Like if it doesn't have guns and you
Well,
can't run
I'm
and
playing
you
Far
can't
Cry, man.
fly and shit, or like do something quick, I get bored really fast.
I like RPGs that have high mobility.
High
time.
mobility. Oh, speaking
Fallout series, man,
of speaking.
with the Pit Boy.
I don't really care about Fallout, but
Yeah.
I love Fallout.
Speaking of RPGs, you see the Final Fantasy VII trailer? The remake trailer?
yes,
Looks pretty. Did you see it,
I'm fucking excited.
Christian? Of
I
course
did
you
not
didn't.
Of course
see
he
that.
didn't.
Of course you didn't.
I don't know anything
Fully
about
voice
Final
acted.
Fantasy. I rely on you guys to tell me about it.
It looks cool. They're changing a lot of it. It seems like it's a lot more action focused. They say it's still going to be episodic, which seems stupid. I don't know why you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll
Also-
still keep the turn-based combat though.
Can we tone down some of those racial stereotypes of Barrett? Like,
Yeah, seriously.
like-
I feel like that's also only in the English version from what I heard as well.
yeah. Well,
Is
his
it like-
voice though. His voice is just like.
Well, not just the voice, but like they're keeping his character.
What's up with
caricature,
this
too.
dude? What's the stereotype?
He's like
here?
basically Mr. T if he had a gun for an arm. But like
Yeah.
the voice they put on him is just like such a caricature of black people. It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, I hope they.
And
change
apparently
that.
they're dropping the cross-dressing scene. It's awkward. Not even just
That's
like the
funny.
gender bending, because it's like implied that rape is okay. Like, it's bad.
What the fuck?
You gotta play Final Fantasy VII, man.
What the fuck is going on in these games?
Yeah, there's some weird shit in those games.
That's wild.
I definitely some of that side shit I just didn't care about and like skimmed over while I was playing. But
I'm really strongly thinking now that it's out on Switch, buying the Final Fantasy 12 re-release and Final Fantasy 10 for like the 6th time.
you should.
I probably am gonna.
It's like
end
me
up
with
doing
Resident
it.
Evil 4.
Which
Every
probably-
time I see it on Marketplace, I'm like, I should buy that.
I
Even though
almost
I have,
did. I
like,
tell you I
fucking
almost bought
50
your fucking
copies of
Ghost Recon the other day
What's that?
because it was like $20. They had a big Ubisoft sale on
Did
the
you buy it?
PlayStation Store. No, I didn't pull the trigger. The
They
thing is,
just announced the new one. We
Pull the
talked
trigger.
a little bit about it.
It's a shooter.
yeah, the new what's
talking-
it called? The Ghost Recon
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint. Yeah, it's
gonna be
so it's
sweet.
gonna be like a Wildlands. I didn't know Wildlands was 2017. That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Damn.
2 years ago.
Damn.
Then I was, because I was wondering why they were like putting it on sale and why they were putting free play days out and like really pushing that game.
Because they're releasing.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, is something going on here?
When's the next Splinter Cell? Why did we stop
I don't know.
doing Splinter
I don't
Cell?
really care for Splinter Cells. I didn't really care for Tom Clancy games all the way up until Ghost Recon Wildlands. I liked Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, and then I liked the Rainbow Six Vegas games.
Never played those either.
I thought those were fun, and I thought that like having it's like that co-op based type
I
gameplay.
just have no patience for shooters.
Yeah, me neither.
It's funny because shooters have like the least amount of they're like the least amount of problems for people with no patience.
What?
Because it's
That's
literally
not
just
true.
running and shooting.
Yeah, it's boring. It's
So- but-
repetitive. That's my point.
That's why I think it's funny because it's like in your guys' eyes it's boring, but in my eyes it's like
mindless.
fast paced, and I'm
It's
like, "Fuck."
yeah, but it's mindless. I don't have to use my brain. I'm like, oh, there's a guy. Oh, I shot him. He's dead. You
Hey,
know?
Ghost Recon's not mindless, man. You got to take down fucking Unidad troops. If you do it wrong, you're totally fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you start getting into the gunfights with the locals, and then you're fighting with the fucking military police, and then you're dead. So
Snore.
it's best to just not fuck up. But I
Do you
love
get
the
to build your
sneak-
8-card deck for each individual character? You know, is this character going to focus on healing or ice attacks? Is this guy going to use his special skills, which you have to build up steam to use, or is he going to just do his basic attacks to build up steam for your mage? You know,
You know,
Or
I can't say-
if you're playing Final Fantasy 14 and you're playing a summoner and you have a 3-minute rotation.
yeah, that's a lot of work, and then you got to worry about all the fucking telegraph
You gotta
attacks.
summon
and
Bahamut,
dodge and
man.
shit. Summon Bahamut.
You can do that now.
I'm glad it's not just Carbuncle and
Yeah.
different colors of Carbuncle.
Tommy Bahamut.
Sure.
This episode is all over the fucking place.
It is.
Yeah.
That's
hangover.
how we do.
To pull back the curtain, we had coffee before the episode, and we talked about what we were going to talk about. And then as we're leaving the coffee shop, Christian's like, all right, we're all on the same page. We're ready. We got the content. And we're like, sure. Wait, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
Yeah, it was like we literally had a meeting about nothing.
Yeah.
We had a meeting about drinking coffee, and it's like, okay, this is good. All right, let's take some pictures. All right, cool. We got our content. Wait, what
Let's
are we
put
gonna
these
talk
on the
about?
gram. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
we sure will.
We
But
talked about mothers for a second.
we
I
did.
got to tell the
didn't
story.
I didn't get to say what made my mama great, man.
Oh, go ahead. We're still only 45 minutes in. We can keep going.
Only 45 minutes? Dude,
Yeah.
we are in slow.
Yeah.
You two are.
We're literally fucking
this
slow.
this episode is moving at regular pace for me. Tell what's good about your mom, and then I'm going to make fun of my mom, and then I have an R story too. So
Dude, my mom is the best. I love my mom. And it's crazy because she broke her fucking ankle, almost
Yeah,
both
it's so
of them.
fucking crazy, dude.
And so she's like been in a wheelchair for a while, so it's like hope she's out of that shit soon. But she's
Shit
great,
soon.
man. And when I was growing up, we had it pretty hard. And the one thing, like Father's Day, I'm going to say the same thing about my dad, but my mom and my dad, they really they fucking did everything in their power. My mom was working a bunch of fucking jobs to put me and my brother through school and shit. I just love everything my mom has done for me. I love the way that, the trust in my mom and who she is. She's crazy, and she and I are complete opposites. I have nothing in common with my mom, but The one thing we do have in common is that we love family and that,
And
like,
Limp Bizkit.
and Limp Bizkit. We love family and Limp Bizkit. But she's great. I love her. She's a handful sometimes, but a lot of Mexican ladies are.
Jesus.
And I've got a lot of them in my family, and they are all a fucking handful. But I love them to death. Every single one of them.
That was my favorite. We came over here, me and Colin and Vivi, and I think Ara was with us for a party you were throwing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like your mom's birthday.
my
And we're
mom's
like, I think
birthday.
we're at the right house. And we walk in the door, and it's just like 10, like 40-ish year old Mexican women. And we're like, is this the right house? And they all like literally, it was like the record scratch. Like every head turned to look at us when we walk in there. Like, we're looking for Christian. And then they all just point downstairs. I'm like, I guess we're in the right house. And there's just like a different party going on in the basement.
Yep, you come downstairs and there's loud music, or there's loud music up here and drinking.
yeah.
Then you go downstairs and there's loud music, drinking, beer pong, and fucking.
Well, there was loud like
Hootenanny.
Spanish language music and white wine drinking going on up here. Sure.
My fucking brother and I got into a fight that night because he kept calling Ice House trash beer. And I was like, dude, if you call Ice House trash beer
Fucking
one more
siblings,
time, I'm
man.
going to fuck you up.
I
And
mean,
so he
all
and
you
I
guys
started
drink
wrestling.
is trash beer.
That's, yeah, you really
All
do.
I do is
only
drink trash
beer.
beer.
Trash beer, trash coffee. I'm like a possum, dude. All I do is
Consume trash.
consume trash.
You're like a country song stereotype.
Yeah.
This
I
shit's
guess.
good enough for me. Why do I need anything more fancy?
Except
Because
I'm not
it's
big
better.
on the dark liquor. I made that confession last episode that ever since I've hopped on the keto board, I haven't been back to dark liquor. I haven't had dark liquor in a long time. And makes me want to puke if I have dark liquor, but vodka though. That's my shit. That's my Tommy Lee.
It's my shit.
You know what? I've got another confession. And this one hurts. This one really hurts. It hurts me to say it. Because I'm building up a lot of respect for a football player I didn't like at all. And he's on a team that everybody hates. Julian Edelman
What?
is one of my new favorite NFL
That's
players.
random.
Yeah.
It's like 100 years old.
That dude is insane. He's so underrated, but he's still
He's properly rated.
fucking no, dude. He's underrated. That guy he's another like Doug Baldwin type slot receivers where him and Doug Baldwin were two of the most like consistent slot receivers. He did get busted with cheating, with PEDs, which
yeah.
is what I think should impact him going into the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, which everybody tends to think he is.
Well,
But
he's just like, another cast off white guy slot receiver who
yeah,
Tom Brady made into a
that Tom Brady made into a superstar. Wes
It's the
Welker.
Wes Welker syndrome, exactly.
Yeah. Poor Wes Welker, man. That guy's like a one tackle away from passing away, dude.
Is he still playing?
No. But you know how many concussions that guy's had?
That's crazy.
He's up there with Luke Kuechly.
Did you hear that story? How apparently Brady and all his bros go to the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And one day, Welker was there, but apparently he was high on Molly because he was wearing sunglasses the whole time, and he had this big goofy smile on. And then he won a bunch of money and just gave it away to
fucking
like
rad.
everybody around him.
I remember when they lost the Super Bowl and Wes Welker and Gronkowski went out and partied all night. And TMZ fucking busted him.
Remember the thing about fucking Rex Ryan's foot fetish came out, and it was Welker who did the press conference where he just kept saying cliches about feet. We just got to take one step at a time. We just got to put our best foot forward.
Do you oh no, I was gonna say okay. Whew, pardon me. Speaking of the Kentucky Derby, did you hear about what happened this year with
Yeah.
Tom Brady?
Well, not with Tom Brady.
So he bet Danny Amendola that he couldn't throw a football like a certain amount of yards.
What does this have to do with the Kentucky Derby?
Well, they were all there.
Oh, okay.
And Danny Amendola plays for Miami now, so they're not on the same team anymore. But Tom Brady bet him $100,000 that he couldn't throw a football like a certain distance, and Danny Amendola fucking he made the distance. Just a casual bet of
$100K.
$100K. Like, can you fucking imagine
Ara and I had a casual bet the other day.
$100,000, dude?
She thought there were less than 1 million bears on the planet Earth, and I said there were more than 1 million bears. Do you know how many bears there are on the planet Earth? Because we looked it up. 1.1 million.
Damn.
I win.
What'd you win?
Nothing.
I just made a new bet last night about the Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
I say Seahawks go 13-3.
How are they getting better? They're still terrible. They're going 7-9 at best.
7-9?
Crazy.
You are
third
out of your mind.
place in the NFC West, man. Third place.
How?
Who's catching the ball?
What the fuck are you talking about? Who's catching the ball? Tyler Lockett?
Oh, great.
You know who Tyler Lockett is.
I know who he is.
David Moore?
He's not. None of these are number one receivers. They're going to get shut down by
David
good
Moore?
cornerbacks. Yeah. Yeah.
And now that you know, he hasn't played yet, but you throw DK in there, that's going to be a big target.
You know all that they're going to use DK Metcalf for
Is
is
go
to
routes.
block. No, he's going to just be a big blocking running back because that's all they do.
I think you think that they're going to stick to the running method.
They
I
have
don't
the
think,
same coaching staff.
I don't think they're sticking to the running method. I think if they were to stick to the running method, they wouldn't draft
13
slot
and
receivers.
3.
3 receivers.
Jesus
They're changing it up.
Christ.
They're changing the system. And I think if the Seahawks change the system on the league, nobody can keep up with Russell. You give Russell a new system and allow him to control it, teams won't be able to hold it for 1 year. Then when the Seahawks do the same system for, 6-7 years like they did with Bevel, then, Seahawks will suck again.
I don't
But
see it.
new system, good players, big time blockers, good O-line this year. O-line's looking nice and solid and beefy. And you got a beefy running back. And then you got some good tight ends. Dixon and Disley. If
7
Disley
and
can
9.
stay healthy, big time.
That's a big if.
That's a big if because, tearing your fucking patella is no joke. That sucks. But Jimmy Graham bounced back pretty okay with that. But he's a big target. And then I think his name is Eric Dixon. He's a good target. He's a big target too. And he's
Dixon?
here. Ed Dixon. There you go. Jesus.
That's what I think about
Poop.
the Seahawks.
So here's a question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
And they're pretty equally stacked up. But this is a question I asked on the Facebooks, and it was pretty one-sided. Are you going with Michael Thomas or Odell Beckham?
Odell Beckham. Michael Thomas isn't even in the same league. I saw that you posted that, and that some people were defending Michael Thomas. I'm like, you guys are ridiculous.
Michael Thomas is
Odell Beckham is on pace to be the best receiver ever. All right, look at his numbers. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
Look at Michael Thomas's numbers.
They're nowhere
They're
close.
almost just the same.
No, they are not.
They're almost just the
no,
same.
they are not.
Dude, I'm going Michael Thomas.
You're
100% of the time. Michael Thomas doesn't carry that baggage that Odell carries.
Yeah, God forbid he cares about winning. God.
Well,
what an
it's not the
asshole.
winning. God.
What an
it's
asshole.
the being a come on, going on the sideline, being a little baby, and then, acting up.
Because he cares about winning. I don't know. That argument always drives me crazy. You remember it was fucking Richard Sherman after they beat that game against the 49ers in the NFC Championship game?
Yeah.
And they interviewed him right after the game.
Don't you talk about me.
Exactly. Who's talking about you? Crabtree. And everybody was like, oh, he needs to act with more fucking decorum. I'm like, what is the point?
fuck no.
What is the point of these sideline reporters and these interviews if, like, the one time in 10,000 something interesting happens, everyone's going to talk shit about it? Then why do we have these people?
He can't keep his cool, man. He's a total diva. He is a
Are we talking
total
about
diva.
Sherman now or fucking OBJ?
No, OBJ.
I don't.
OBJ.
Whatever. You're a fucking superstar.
He's a total diva, man, and he can't keep his composure. He can't keep his cool.
He's fine.
At least if Michael
It's fine.
Thomas
It's
is
just
having
all
a
blown out of
bad game,
proportion, man.
at least if Michael Thomas is having a bad game, he's open to admitting it.
That doesn't matter. None of this matters because he's not as good.
But he
not
is
as
just as good. I think he's better than OBJ.
That's like, yeah, LeBron can dunk from the foul line, but Kyle Korver is a nicer person, so he's a better player. Fuck off.
But I think that Michael Thomas is a better receiver. I think he's a better deep threat than Odell.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Nope, I think he's a bigger target. I think he's a better target,
man.
and I'm going with Michael Thomas 100%.
You're crazy.
Especially with a quarterback like Drew Brees. Perfect duo. I love it.
You don't think Baker Mayfield and Odell are going to light the league on fire this year?
It's one thing where it's like, I really hope that Cleveland does well. I really want all those guys to do good because I love how confident they are, and I love that Cleveland finally has a stacked roster. The problem is they're heavy on paper, but we haven't seen them play. So I don't understand how people are saying that they're going. One, they're gonna win the. Well, they could win the division. It's
the
an
division is
anybody
terrible.
division. The division's horrible, but
Oh,
Come on.
The Ravens are always
come the
mediocre.
postseason. Come the postseason, do you really think they're going to be able to travel well in the postseason? Going to New England, or because we all know New England's going to be there. There's no fucking way New England's going to miss the playoffs.
Brady is going to fall off a cliff one of these years. I know, of course, they're going to make the playoffs.
They're going to make the playoffs.
The end of the AFC East is a joke.
Yes.
Who's going to compete with them? The fucking
Bills.
Dolphins. Yeah,
The Bills.
exactly.
Speaking of the Dolphins, they just overpaid that cornerback big time.
Which one?
Oh God, Xavier
Howard. Or whatever?
Yeah,
Whatever.
they paid him so much
talking
money,
about this all the
and
time.
now they have Josh Rosen.
NFL teams are so.
They
stupid.
compared Josh Rosen to Brett Favre the other day, and I almost diarrheaed in
Well,
my
I
pants.
mean, fair comparison.
It's sure if you're counting the got
Falcons
traded in the
season, yeah,
beginning.
exactly.
Yes, yeah, okay, it's fair comparison there. But let's look at the let's
Compare
look
those-
at Josh Rosen.
But you have to compare him to the Brett Favre Falcons years, all right? Like that's all you get.
like
I still think the Giants should have just traded that second round pick. I would still be supporting them if they had.
I am excited to see Daniel Jones play.
I'm not.
I am. I think he's going to be a good quarterback.
Nope.
I don't understand that. I don't understand the people hating on him for getting drafted. I don't understand that. He didn't make the choice. The Giants did. So I'm saying just let the
Well, I
guy
don't
go
think-
there.
I don't. Yeah.
Let him play
I don't-
fucking
I don't-
football.
I don't think it's fair to hate on someone. For
but that's
being
what they're all
overpaid.
doing. That's what those fucking journalists and sports.
No, they're talking shit on the
analysts are all
Giants for
doing.
what are you doing?
Well, they're all talking shit about this poor kid. This poor kid.
Because he's not that
He
good.
gets fucking drafted and everybody just sits there and bombs him. The reason why I think he's going to be a good QB is because people, they look down on him and nobody had any expectations. So all of a sudden, he's going to have a decent year this
Shit
year
doesn't
once
matter.
Manning gets benched. And once he
Eli's
gets benched,
never getting benched, you realize. They
Yeah,
benched
he
him for
will.
Geno Smith for that one game, and they're never going to do it again. He's going to play until the day he retires, which should have been 5 years ago. Sorry, Eli.
Daniel Jones will start about 7 games this year. 7 or 8 games.
Way.
Yes. Once the
You've made
Giants start
3
falling off the deep end.
completely outlandish statements in the past 10 minutes. First, that the Seahawks are going to go 13-3. Second, that Michael Thomas is a better receiver than Odell.
Yeah.
And now you're saying Daniel Jones is going to start 7 games for the Giants this year.
Everything's true.
Yeah, right.
Everything is true.
None of that's going to happen.
I think Daniel Jones is going to be a good quarterback, just like the way I think Sam Darnold will grow into being a good quarterback. And I'm not saying that Josh Rosen doesn't have the potential to be a good quarterback. I don't see it because he wasn't good in college. And obviously last year was a total shit show. He was not good in college. He could barely keep up with Pac-12.
What are you going to do when when in 2022, after they franchise tag him twice, the Seahawks let Bobby Wagner go?
They're never going to let him go.
Because you said you were going to swear the team off when that happened.
Yes,
Never
I will.
forget.
And I'm going to just only strictly watch Bills games.
Oh,
But I will
okay.
never forgive the Seahawks for letting Bobby Wagner go.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to let him go. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They get rid of everybody else except for Russell before they let Wagner go. It's true. He is the heart and soul of that defense. And he does have
They
4
traded
years.
Frank
He's got-
Clark.
he's
You were
got-
excited about the future of Frank Clark.
I was
Now
excited
he's
about the
gone.
future of Frank Clark, but did you see how much money he got? Did you see how much he
You realize
made
the
going
cap
to Kansas?
goes up every year, right?
But I mean,
You can't
okay.
have sticker shock from these numbers because you have to compare them against how much
But
like,
you saw
inflation.
How
and
were the Seahawks
cap
going to
value.
afford that? Especially when they had to pay
Well, yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Well,
How are
they
they going to afford that for one D lineman when they have to sign Jaron Reed and that and the new
They could
guy
have franchise tagged him. I'm so
Green.
scared of the franchise.
But now
tag,
they
man.
they signed Ziggy Ansah. I'm excited about that. I know he's injury prone, but I think if he could play in 7 or 8 games himself, fully healthy, I think that Seahawks defense is going to be nuts.
So are they going to
Especially because they're going to put Ben Burke-Curvin probably at defensive end for a few goes, or that kid from Utah, Cody Barton. I think.
Are they going
I
to
can't
sign
remember his name.
Ndamukong Suh now too? Because him and Ziggy Ansah are good friends,
I'd say fuck it, dude. I'd say do it. Sign him 1 year. Sign him. The guy, he's a shithead, but the guy
He
can
is
fucking
100%
play.
a shithead. Remember
guy
when he
can
stomped
play.
on that guy's face? That was crazy.
And he stomped on his calf.
Was it his? I thought it was
Yeah, it was
his
his
face.
calf. It was the
Oh, that
offensive
was
lineman
Andre
from Green
Garoud or
Bay.
whatever.
Then he stomped on somebody's arm.
Yeah, he was a stomper, man.
He was.
What a shithead.
Didn't he
All
grab
right.
somebody's nutsack? No, that was somebody else. I can't remember
What?
That was.
That's crazy.
Something like that happened.
That
I
shit's
can't
crazy.
remember. But I am so excited for the football season, folks. I can't wait. Vito, without knowing anything,
Yeah.
not one thing,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what the Buffalo Bills record is going to be right now.
There's 16
There's
games
16
in the
games
season.
in a
yeah.
season.
I was about to say. I'm gonna need some reference. 16 games.
How many will they win out of 16?
Seven.
Seven. Wow.
All right.
That
Realistic.
seems about right.
I think Josh
7
Allen
and
is going
9,
to morph. I think Josh Allen's going to morph into one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Josh
too.
Allen is just Kerry Collins reborn, man.
Fucking
It's
love
just like Kerry Collins.
Josh
You can't hit
Allen.
the side of a goddamn
Speaking
bar.
of reborn, Final Fantasy Realm Reborn.
Wait, no, I had a transition. I want to go back to talking about mothers.
Oh, okay.
Mother.
Okay, if you
Tell
want
your
to talk about
children
that,
not to
did you
walk my
see?
way.
Did you see this news story that Glenn Danzig's Facebook got hacked?
What?
So they posted a picture of Glenn Danzig in like a diaper that says "I'm a poopy baby boy" or whatever, and then there was like a bunch of other stuff, and then he finally got control of his account back. And what he wrote was like, "My account got hacked. Don't believe anything I said. I'm not a baby. I don't like hot dogs, and I definitely don't eat my own cum." oh man. Oh, and I don't smoke weed. That was the other one. Oh Jesus
I
Christ.
definitely don't eat my own cum.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope not, Dan.
Why is he calling out hot dogs?
fucking freak?
Man.
Yeah, what's wrong with hot dogs,
I
dude?
know. Oh, jeez. But no, I want to talk about my mom. So right before we started recording, I called my mom, and she had just gone to see Detective Pikachu.
Oh boy.
So we had about a 10-minute discussion of Pokemon lore. So I just want to say that moms are dorks. She didn't understand the difference between Mew and Mewtwo. So I went into the whole genetic mutation experimental thing.
Isn't
and then
Mew like the baby?
Mew is the pink one, and then Mewtwo is the big, like, beefy gray one. And then she
The
asked
big
me,
beefy gray one.
well,
that's pretty beefy.
Mewtwo is basically a hulked out cat, man, with a weird tail and psychic powers. That's Mewtwo. And then she asked me, "What's that weird duck with like when he gets stressed out, he
Oh,
explodes?" I'm like, "Oh, that's
Psyduck.
Psyduck. His powers are based on his migraines." And I'm like, "I know a shitload about fucking Pokemon lore, apparently."
Fucking Psyduck.
Did you guys know that a Pika is a real animal?
What is
No.
it?
Pika, it's like a rodent. It lives in the forests around here, in like the temperate rainforest and shit.
Wow.
It has the face of a Pikachu, but it's like this big. It's tiny and it's brown. It's not yellow and doesn't have an electric.
Does it have
powers. No. It
electricity?
doesn't have a lightning bolt tail.
The
No.
Benjamin Franklins of animals. Oh,
Oh, you said his
Lordy.
name. You said his name. Oh, I guess somebody's coming home.
somebody is coming home.
There's the dog interruptions. I mean, that feels like a good place to end the show. Unless you guys got something else to talk
Shout
about.
out to Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers coming in July.
Did you just look that up? Is that what?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was
Bringers
looking up the
coming.
Pikas.
Ah, yes, they're really cute. They're very
But yeah,
cute.
the Bringers have shadowed in fucking July, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm so fucking excited.
Word.
Yeah.
Vito's
game's
already
gonna be so
lost in
good.
this game. It's the only game he's gonna fucking play. Somehow he finished Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Shots fired.
I don't know
I don't know
how.
how he found the goddamn.
I don't know
time.
how anybody. I don't know how anybody has finished that game.
You're like
It's
There
'cause-
is so much
It's
shit behind that
because
game.
it's because I am a story binger, and so I just smashed through the story.
I'm so jealous. I wish I
Ding.
could do that. I couldn't even come. I'm not going to finish that game for another 5 years.
I was about
cool.
to say 5 years.
It's going to be 5 years when I finish that game. We're going to be on
20,
episode
25, whatever.
1 million. And I'm going to say, guys, I finally finished fucking Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
No,
When Red Dead 6 is out,
Yeah.
I finished part 2. Anyway, you guys, I just want to say this. I absolutely love our listeners. I love our fans. I appreciate you all. I'm happy you tune in with us. And you know, just like Joe said, we're really close to hitting that 1,000
Oh, we're
downloads.
so close.
Soren.
And we're almost at 100 likes on El Facebook. And it's looking good, man. I love it. We love you guys. We always love you guys. And we hope that you guys enjoy the uncensored content, the uncensored, circumcised content we bring to you
Bigger,
guys.
longer, and uncut.
Bigger, longer, uncut content we bring to you guys.
There's your foreskin reference.
Absolutely love it. And with that being said, I just, want to remind you guys, give us a rating, rate our Facebook, rate our podcast on Apple so that we can get up there on people's radars because we cuss and Apple's naturally just going to shove us to the side. So it helps out big time. Leave comments, leave reviews. That's all I got to say. We love you guys. We're going to keep doing We're going to keep doing what we do. Fucking recording the shits. Vito, you got anything to say, bud?
Hashtag same.
Hashtag same. All right.
Hashtag buy your dog a t-shirt.
Joe, why don't you hit him with the plugs?
I thought we weren't doing that anymore. We just put the ad in the middle. Everything's good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I don't mention the merch store, so I'll do it now. www.cafepress.com/beefyboysmerch1. Hashtag buy your dog t-shirt. You know where to find our show if you're listening to it.
Congratulations, you found it.
See you guys next week.